Hi everyone, we're Team 9 here from Management 590 Big Data at Purdue University, and today we're excited to present to you another assignment on the IMDb dataset. Over the last two assignments, we've had the chance to do an initial data exploration, and then bring in another data set and try to conduct some sort of explanatory analysis. Now that we have the strong footing with the data set, we want to go one step further and create a predictive model and try to forecast a company's stock price when they release a movie. To do this, we first needed to gather some more data. We thought the social media buzz would be an important factor, so we identified 5 studios and we took 30 movies total. The results of their Twitter scores can be seen here. Similarly to the second assignment, this project was done using Cloudera Hadoop and the Twitter API to construct a Python query to scrape their servers and pull in the results. An interesting finding we can see here is that the Twitter scores overall are pretty randomly distributed. We see a max somewhere around 670 and the low with paranormal activity around 80, but the variation within the data set is random. On this next dashboard, we've aggregated each of the Twitter scores by the studios we were interested in studying. The 5 main studios of interest in the study were Disney, Comcast Studios, Viacom, Lionsgate, and Fox. While some companies we could see still perform better than others, on average Disney had the highest, but on the aggregate, the average Twitter scores become much closer to each other, indicating each of these companies do produce strong movies. However, some might have some higher highs and some others some lower lows in terms of Twitter popularity. Next, we wanted to try to actually establish the relationship between movie releases and stock price effects. For the 5 different companies of interest, we looked at the average stock price increase when a movie is released and compared it also to the max stock price increase when a movie is released. A few interesting insights you can get out of this chart is that while some companies continually putting out movies with that are increasing their average stock price, there are some companies that had real mega blockbusters that have actively contributed to a major surge in their stock price. An example of this could best be seen is Disney, where their max stock price increase is about twice compared to that of their average, showing they have had a few popular blockbusters in the past really driving their stock price. From here, we wanted to create a more analytical and quantitative model to try to understand what was happening. On the bottom graph, what we can see is the insight we've seen between movie release and a stock price change. On the top graph, we can see Comcast's stock price over time, and on the bottom, we can see the dates of their movie releases over time. The red circles on the top show their peaks in stock prices, and while the red on the bottom shows the movie release we believe was responsible for that stock price increase. From this, we saw there's about a 3-week delay between when a movie is released and a stock price the stock price effect can actually be seen reflected in the company's stock price. And then on the top, we can see an output from R. This is the regression model we built. We were interested in trying to identify which variables were most impactful on a company's stock price increase, and then using stepwise regression and R to do the statistical modeling. We determined this regression will give us the best value and understanding of what causes stock price increase. We were interested to see how we could apply this model and get some insights out of it. So we then identified 4 upcoming movies from a few different studios. Pirates of the Caribbean from Disney, Snatched from Comcast, and Transformers from Viacom. We then try to identify variables we did know about them, such as like their Facebook likes. However, there are some variables we didn't know since these movies are still upcoming, such as how much they would make or their number of voted users, etc. So to get these values that we couldn't directly identify since the movie hasn't been released yet, we used the averages for that studio in the data set as a proxy. So using the regression model, we plugged in the Facebook likes, the amount we think the movie will gross, the number of critic reviews, the number of normal user voted reviews, and the expected Twitter score. Based off of this, the regression model turned out three different stock price increases, one for each of the movies. And using that, we were able to predict that after Disney releases Pirates of the Caribbean, their stock price will increase up to 125. When Snatch is released, the stock price will increase to 33. And then when Transformers is released, Lionsgate's stock price, we expect it to rise to 45. Below, we can see that visually displayed as a change in stock price, the starting point being before the movie is released, and then the final point, the expected stock price 3 weeks after release. Well, thank you very much for listening to our analysis. We hope you enjoy it, and we would love for you to reach out to us with any questions. Thank you, and have a great day.